Hey folks, welcome to episode 5 of 5K to 50K in 8 weeks. We are less than 5 weeks away from our October 10th start time. Things are going pretty well. Last week was really kind of nice. It gave me a bit of a taper week. It doesn't mean that I wasn't doing any work. It just means that we weren't quite as long on endurance. So we did short punchy stuff, did a lot of compression, made sure to keep my legs fresh, did dead bugs. We'll talk about dead bugs in the future. Just try to keep myself moving, but not quite the intensity. So I made kind of 2 mistakes last week. They're pretty rookie mistakes. The first mistake was, I just touted how we have to be prepared and make sure you just get rid of the extraneous things that will slow you down. And what do? I have a 30-minute time trial run to figure out sort of my pace, and my Garmin watch is dead. So 20 minutes of the 30-minute run, the watch dies because I forgot to charge it. So basically, it wasn't a wasted run, but it certainly was wasted from a data perspective. What Tim from Multisports Endurance Academy was looking for was the last 20 minutes, and I got the first 20 minutes. So, hey, error on my part. The other thing I did was kind of a rookie mistake is, and I know better, is as you start working out more and you're feeling like, hey, I've earned a couple of things. I've earned a cheat meal. Well, 1 cheat meal turned into 2 cheat meals, which turned into 3 cheat meals. So that was kind of stupid. So you feel kind of gross after 2 or 3 days of like, oh yeah, I can eat a burger. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. You do need that, but not 3 of them. So refocus on eating right. The few following weeks are going to be, it's going to be some pretty lengthy runs. So let me get to that next point about sort of how you manage all of that. There's a lot of questions from folks about, wow, how can you do that distance and that long, and doesn't it sound big? And anybody that does endurance sports, if you do triathlons or you do marathons or anything else, everyone talks about the bigness of it. In project management terms, for all you project management geeks out there, shout out, it's called a work breakdown structure. What you try to do is break it down into manageable components. When I run on long runs, I don't run one long run. I run a series of smaller runs. I put a goal out there that's a much more attainable goal. We're doing what's called the Galloway method of running, where we run for a few minutes and then we walk a minute, then we run for a few minutes, we walk a minute, knowing that I'm not going to do a 52K 100% of the time on running. So I break down those runs. I do X amount of minutes and then I walk a minute. I do X amount of minutes and then I walk a minute. What I worry about is the next round of run. I don't worry about the whole time. The whole time will come. When I did Ironman, same way. It's 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike ride, and a full marathon. It sounds a lot, and it was, but when you get in the water, you don't think of the run or the bike. I was thinking about the first buoy. Just swim to the first buoy. Then we get to the first buoy, we swim to the next one. And then we swim to the turnaround, and then we swim to the, count the buoys back. When you get off, get out of the water and get on your bike, you don't think 112 miles. You think, okay, I know it's going to be 14 miles to this turnaround, and then I'm going to do X, and then I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to go forward, right? You break it down into something that your brain can handle. And then when they stack up, boom, there you have it. So when you think of these things, don't think of them in terms of one giant thing. Think of them in terms of little components that you're stacking together. It's easier to swallow. It's easier to kind of get your brain wrapped around it, and just pick whatever it is. If it's a song, if it's a time, if it's a distance, just pick something and say, okay, I made it to here, now I'm going to go to there. Then you can look back and see the bigness of it. So hopefully that's helpful. We'll see you at the next episode.